thanks for the memory. Who wrote it? The guy who performed Doctor My Eyes?
Jackson Brown.
0 for 2 for Olivo tonight. The pitch by McTaggart. A swing and a miss.
Then Jackson Brown, right, for a run in on empty.
Yes. Saw an infomercial for Bernie Williams' new CD today. It was on Fox Sports Net up here. He made.
Do you have
CD.
that?
I do have it. Pretty good. Bernie performed at the All-Star Gala. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Dan Wilson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. St. Bustamante and I are going to put a show together. About the time the White Sox play the Yankees, either our place or their place, about baseball and music.
Could Terry Cashman on?
Good. I'd like to get Terry on. He's written several great songs and is an enormous baseball fan. The pitch. Swing and a line drive into left field, and it is going to fall in for a hit in front of Randy Wynn. Miguel Olivo gets his first hit of the night. That's the White Sox first hit since Lee's homer in the 4th.
That's the 9th hit also.
Here's Alomar. He was denied a hit in the 4th inning on a terrific play by Brett Boone. But I'd like to interview Bernie about his love for music. And Bernie, since he was a little kid, his dad brought a guitar home, and he told him the whole story about it. But he's been a classical guitarist since his teenage years. I thought he was going to be a member of the White Sox back in the 80s. That's right. His name was brought up as part of a deal, but he wasn't sure whether he was going to continue playing baseball or go to medical school.
Yeah, become a med student. I think he made the right choice.
I think he did, too. He's been operating on pitching. And
not like Frank Jobe or Jim Andrews.
Successfully.
James Bosco.
Pitch a little bit low. 1 out of 3 for Roberto Alomar. A run scored. The White Sox scored 4 in the 1st inning, 3 in the 2nd, and got a lead home run in the 4th. The White Sox have hit 3 homers tonight. Everett, Konerko, and Lee. That, my friends, is 16 home runs in the last 4 games. The 1-1 pitch. Good breaking ball. That buckled Alomar's knees. A strike called, 1-2. Lead away from first base for Miguel Olivo. Olerud plays behind him. The infield is a double play depth. Mateo's pitch. Alomar chops it on the right side. Olerud has it, goes to second. And they make a tag play. The throw to Sanchez got there after he had crossed the bag. So he was standing on the first base side of second and tagged Olivo on the chest. 3-6 on the force play. Alomar's on first with 2 outs. And we'll see if that turns into a run or two with Lee coming up. A triple shy of the cycle. A double, run scored in the 1st inning. An RBI single, a run scored in the 2nd. And Carlos muscled up to hit his 23rd home run of the year over the 388 side by the Seattle bullpen in the 4th inning.
54 2/3 innings. Mateo has struck out 49 with the Clippers tonight, and he's walked 9.
Mateo's pitch, and Lee takes a strike. With a 3-hit ball game, Lee is hitting .278. From the stretch, Mateo's pitch to Carlos Lee, breaking ball upstairs. In the last month, Carlos Lee looks like the hitter we saw when he first came to the big league. Confident.
I think you have to also salute Greg Walker, the Sox hitting coach. It takes a time for his principles to set in also.
The 1-1 pitch. A little bit low ball. That doesn't work overnight.
No, it does not. And Walk's here tonight. He's in uniform. Broken arm. And the guy at home plate hit a line drive and back up the middle on the flip drill. And Greg Walker didn't think he was swinging. He was.
Mateo from the belt with a runner in first base. Roberto Alomar, big lead there. Lee swings and drives it to center field. Mike Cameron moves back. He's there to make the catch near the warning track.
A little bit towards the end of the bat.
That was hit hard. No runs, 1 hit. The White Sox have stranded their 3rd runner tonight. The Mariners come up in the bottom of the 6th inning with the White Sox leading 8-0.
ESPN 1000.
Hey, you're the...
Have your threads ready?
It's running down, but you need quite a few summer threads
That's to be cool, though.
to make up like a jersey.
Yeah. MLB Authentic Collection caps, jerseys, T-shirts,
And more.
Yeah, WhiteSox.com. WhiteSox.com shop for all things baseball.
Randy Wynn leads off against Cologne. The pitch, a foul ball. First pitch was a strike. That's fouled back 0-2. Wynn has hit a fly ball to left field. Cologne has faced a minimum through 5 innings, allowing a hit, a single by Edgar Martinez leading off the second, and he was out on a double play ball. Cologne okays the sign from Miguel Olivo. The pitch on the way, and it's a strike. He got him looking. It's 5 strikeouts and 4 in a row, all called for Bartolo Colon.
He's hit that fastball, throwing it at the batter and is tailing back 2 inches.
Not much a hitter can do about
No,
that.
there is not. You just jump out of the way, and all you think it's going to hit you, and all of a sudden it goes the other way, and you go, oh, no, please don't call it a strike. Boom, you're gone.
Here's Mr. Wilson. And all the strikeouts have been called third strikes tonight. There's a swing, and he popped him up on the infield. Olivo can't see it. He doesn't know where it is, and it hits in fair territory. In the twilight, Olivo didn't see it, and Bartolo Colon, he should have been directing some traffic with 3D coming down the third base line because Joe could have made that play, and it's a single for Wilson.
In every other ballpark that doesn't have rain, and this one is usually well manicured, this ball stayed fair because the ground is damp, and it isn't a channeled baseline. The baseline is not channeled, but John, when you look at that strip of sod that runs from just in front of home plate to third base and also to first, that's where it's channeled. That ball could not have gone foul because it hit a foot away from that. Balls that are bunted on that, they stay. He never saw it because of the sky.
We're at twilight right now, and the lights have not yet taken effect. There's the second hit for Seattle. Maybe Cologne can erase that with a double play ball here, and here's a slider for a strike.
When you look at a ballpark like this, just look at the way it's cut. To the gap areas in left center and right center where it's 388 and left and 385, you'll see the lawnmower making a design with the grass being mowed towards center field. Balls that are hit there will go to the wall.
Swing and a miss on a sharp slider away. 0-2 for Bloomquist.
Because they're going with the grain of grass. Also in left field and right field, they're going to the wall in the same direction, but not like center field. So it gives you a nice look. It's cut for that reason. On the infield, you look at the side that's been placed along the first and third base line. That's not there by design. That's there. They come out and rake the warning track in between innings. When some guys pitch, they drag the warning track in the outfield.
Here's the swing, and Ichiro hits a pop foul out of play off to the left.
That's bad when you're coming off the mound. They've got the tractor out there, and they're, you guys have been out there doing work, and you're going, okay, drag the warning track. Make sure you hook me to the back of that tractor, though.
Cologne has given up 17 home runs in 160 innings. And he has given up a couple of singles tonight, and one was a gift. Olivo just couldn't see it.
No, he didn't.
Well, the man on, Ichiro swings and misses. Ichiro has such bat control and body control that he can be running to first base while he's swinging and slapping the ball into left field. Or on some of those swings, Ed, he turns the hands over and hits a deep fly to right.
Yes, he does. He hits home runs.
He knows how to play this game. The pitch to Ichiro, swing and a miss on a changeup. He's out on strikes. There's the first swinging strike 3 for Bartolo tonight in 7 strikeouts. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. The first runner stranded by Seattle. We advance to the 7th inning of the Great Northwest with the White Sox leading Seattle 8-0. We're going to the 7th inning. The White Sox are leading big tonight here in Seattle 8-0. There's Farmer as the play-by-play. You know that Sunday, August 10th, 105, Sox and A's. First 10,000 fans receive White Sox comic books from Subway. For tickets, visit WhiteSox.com or call 866-SOX-GAME.
I've heard that. Here's Thomas looking for hit number, slider in there for strike 1 to take hurt.
Hit number,
Hit number 2,000. I don't want to jinx him. He's got 1 hit on this road trip. And it got him to Prince's song in 1999. I told him, pretend like you're partying like it's 2000, and then go on from there. The 0-1 pitch to the big hurt. Foul tipped into the catcher's glove, 0-2. Mateo has as many strikeouts as Colon. Bartolo is racking him up in the last 3 innings. Struck out the side in the 5th, struck out the side in the 6th. We're in the 7th, 8-0 Sox. 9-2, the Sox about hit the Mariners. Mateo's 0-2 pitch, breaking ball down and away, 1-2. Tomorrow it is Dan Wright against Ryan Franklin. The Sox have to make a decision. Someone has to go. Pre-game show with Dave Willis, 8:30. I'm sure he will take your calls in the Fifth Third Bank post-game show, brought to you by the Third Bank, working hard to be the only bank you'll ever need. You can ask him those questions. Who he think may be going? Who he thinks may be going? There's a slider that misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the big hurt. Thomas, the fly out to center, 1 to right, and a strikeout in 4th. Garcia, the pitcher of record, 1 inning, 2/3, 7 hits, 7 runs earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and 2 home runs, back-to-back. Everett and Camargo in the 1st as they scored 4, 3 in the 2nd. A solo home run in the 4th off the bat of Carlos Lee. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Frank Thomas. Outside with a fastball, 3-2. I would imagine that once you get to the 8th inning, if you're manager Jerry Manuel, Grafano will see action just to keep him sharp. Rollins will probably come into the game to play left field. And Everett will leave for Willie Harris. The ball is out of the bullpen. Yeah. Malone threw a pitch out of the bullpen in the left center field. They have a reliever warming to the Mariners. And the skipper of the Mariners, Bob Melvin, they say, you know what? How can you do that? Because he's throwing towards center field away from the field of play. 3-2, a good one due to Thomas. And here's the pitch from Mateo to Thomas. Inside, he walked him. Put him down on the count 0-2 and a leadoff walk. That's 10 on the year for Mateo in almost 60 innings to go with the 49 strikeouts. There's Ordonez. Maglio, 2 walks, a run. He's 0 for 1 officially. Thomas walks to a lead at first, and he's not going anywhere with the score 8-0. The Mariners were scoring runs, then I think you think about moving Thomas up on a fly or something like that, but he's going to stay put. Get as many bases as Ordonez. Fastball over for strike 1 to Maglio. On Sunday, the pitching matchup features Mark Burley against Gil Mesh, and that's a good one. Not that tomorrow isn't, with Danny Wright coming back from AAA. Ryan Franklin has beaten the Sox, I believe, this year. Look at first, 0-1 pitch. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mariners home white uniform, Sox gray pants, black tops on this Friday night. And the sun is just gone down. Yeah, still, you don't need the lights right now. They won't take effect for maybe another 25 minutes. We owe you an idea, and we're going to get to it after the 1-1 pitch. Thomas has about a 6-foot lead at first. The pitch in the dirt. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Listen to White Sox baseball on ESPN 1000 on the Sox radio network. In the second one before they reach 8-0 worth the start. First leadoff walk. There's a line drive to center. Cameron will play it left side. Smoke to center. Cameron was right on the spot. Thomas will retreat to first. He's there for Everett. The club has taken on a different personality, that's for sure. And Alomar and this fella, Carl Everett, have been nice additions. Things are going well also for the Sox. And when you are the White Sox and you're a half game behind Kansas City that lost, they can see that with ease from that third base dugout. The first thing they will see on the scoreboard. There's Everett. Outside the ball 1. Carl tonight, 3-run homer in the first, a 2-run single in the second, and he took a breaking ball to the outside corner in the 5th. His home run was a bomb inside the hold on the right field line in the first. Franco was lingering on that circle. He went back to back in the first. at 24 also. That's the most RBIs in the American League since July 10th. Ordonez has 21. The outfield of Wynn, Cameron, and Suzuki from left to right is pretty stationary. They're not moving much. The infield plays back with 2 down. The pitch to Paul in there for strike 1. Running down the ATA scoreboard as we fly around it. Baltimore beat Boston 2-1. Tampa Bay, as I mentioned, beat Kansas City 9-6. 39,337 the attendance tonight to see the Sox open up this 3-game series with the Mariners. 0-1. Check swing. It was a strike anyway. 10-3 Texas over Cleveland. And 10-4 Minnesota got by Detroit. Detroit came in here, lost all their games to the Mariners. Anaheim in the 7th hosting Toronto 4-0. So Halladay is on a holiday. 7th inning at Oakland, 2-1 Yankees with the Yankees batting. Cubs won today to beat Arizona in extra frames 4-3. 0-2 on Canerco with 2 out. Thomas at first base. In the pitch, he missed it. Strike 3. There's the 8th strikeout for Julio Mateo. He's been tough. In the inning, no runs, no hits or walks. Thomas, the leadoff walk. He dives at first base. Fans will stand for the 7th inning stretch here at Safeco Field. Brought to you by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. We head to the Mariners half of this 7th inning. They trail the Sox 8-0. I should say second time. Edgar Martinez led off the second with a single almost in the same spot. Their other hit, a Dan Wilson pop-out about 8 feet in front of home plate to the third base side. Nobody could see it. Here's Brett Boone. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Sanchez will lead away from first. The pitch to Boone almost hit him with a breaking ball, ball 1. Boone, the all-star magician around second base with the glove and the feet. Home run derby at U.S. Cellular Field? No. Aaron Rowland is now in center field. There's a swing and a foul tip into Olivo's glove for a strike, 1-1. So the changes are coming. Earl Weaver used to make changes all the time, put Muser in at first base, and then, move Lowenstein out of left field, put Renicky in. Whoever he started, the other guy would replace him. There's a swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's through for a hit. First inning, the Mariners have 2 men out. And they come on base hits, opening the 7th. I don't think this is a time to go and get Colon or to go out and talk to him, but another hit far downfield for Oguata. 6 innings plus 2 errors, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts for Mark Polo. Here's Edgar. Robbie Alomar and Ray Sanchez, formerly both players with the Mets, they discussed the problems and some birthdays probably at second base. 8 runs, 9 hits for the Sox, the donut, and 4 hits for Seattle. We're in the 7th. And Seattle can get back in this game. There's a swing and a double play ball to second, or to short. Valentine to second for 1, 6-4-3. And that puts a hole in that balloon. Second double play, the Sox have turned. The first one off Olerud, who's heading for home plate. Went 1-6-3 in the second after Martinez with a leadoff single.
That's a 10th ground ball double play for Edgar this season.
On the third is Ray Sanchez for John Olerud. They were applauding Jose Valentin?
I guess so.
So now there are 2 outs, and what looked like an uprising is now a watery blanket on that fire. There's a swing and a foul on a play to the left. Olerud tonight, strikeout and a double play grounder. Remember the last time the Sox came in here, Freddie Garcia started the night before against the Yankees, and they were all over.
Were they ever?
And so were the Yanks. I think they scored 14 or 15 runs. Tonight, the Sox got 7 off them in an inning and 2/3. The pitch, fouled in the air down the left field line, and that'll be a souvenir in the low deck. Now it's 0-2 on John Olerud. Attended Washington State. I believe that's in Corvallis. Isn't it? No.
Pullman?
No, Pullman, Washington. I'm thinking of Oregon. Oregon State, Corvallis. Pullman, the Palouse, they call that. And Washington State will play at Notre Dame on September 6th. That's the opener. Fastball, college football, that is. That missed the outside corner, 1-2. And Notre Dame is ranked 18th in the coaches' poll. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Number 1 team, did you see who that was?
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Joe Castiglione, the athletic director there, friend of John's. There's a swing and a high pop-up, third base side. Creedy has room, foul territory on the track. Joe makes the catch. So Colon gives up a single to Sanchez. Boone follows with a single to center. Martinez on the first pitch, double play grounder. He gets Olerud on a pop to third, foul territory. And dying at third base is Ray Sanchez. That's 2 stranded by the Mariners. We're through 7 with the Sox leading 8-0. Yeah. 8 runs, 9 hits for the Sox. No runs on 4 hits for the Seattle Mariners. The play-by-play rest of the way. Here's John.
Ugetto, U-G-U-E-T-O. Now at second base. He plays at the edge of the outfield grass. And Valentin takes a pitch low from Aaron Taylor.
There was an Aaron Taylor that went to Notre Dame. Also, Green Bay Packers at the late Green Bay.
Taylor, a big right-handed pitcher, throws high and away. He has the same type of leg kicker as Jeff Nelson.
That's nasty. Nelson steps towards the third base dugout and then throws back across his body. Looks like he's got the same haircut also.
Now the pitch. Strike called outside part of the plate to Valentin, who's 0 for 3 tonight.
Mateo, while he was in there, struck out 8 and walked 1. Gave up a home run. No wild pitches.
Taylor's the third pitcher used tonight by Seattle. Pitch outside. 3-1 on Valentin with Creedy up next and then Olivo.
6 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and a lead homer.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Third baseman Bloomquist, shortstop Sanchez. Sanchez wants it on the infield grass. He makes the catch.
So if the Sox win tonight, somebody ties for first with Kansas City. Mateo came in the second. So he pitched 5 1/3 in the city.
Yes.
Not 6 1/3, 5 1/3. I count the run.
Creedy, 1 out of 3.
I tried to count. I don't think it was elevation.
And the curveball.
I always say that. Did he beat him up? He didn't have elevation. Well, I guess he did if he was forcing, right?
Yeah, he had the uppercut. Right now the guy pitched a little bit low. 2-0 on Creedy. We're batting for 20 or more, Grand Slam groups, and 1,000 or more. Ticket discounts and benefits. For details, call 312-674-1000. The White Sox are on the play the Royals Monday. Half swing and a foul by Creedy, who has had no success on high inside pitches tonight. He had one thrown over his head that went off his bat foul.
The only good thing, it was foul. I've thrown him like that where the balls hit the bat and come back right almost to the mound. You go out and pick it up, the batter stand there. You just go over and tag him or throw to first.
Creedy takes a slider low, 3-1.
Mateo pitched well with that 5 1/3 innings. You could scratch him from tomorrow's game, I think, and also Sundays.
That's good. The pitch, Creedy takes inside. He takes a walk. He was going to make sure that was ball 4. He checked with home plate umpire Wally Bell. A 1-out walk leads to Miguel Olivo, and Miguel is 1 for 3 tonight. Every Thursday home game, $1 hot dog Thursdays. At all Star concession stands, Armour hot dogs are just $1. Kosher dogs are $2.50 each, limit of 4 hot dogs per purchase.
So you can go back, but just by the 4 dogs at once, and then you're back in the line.
Fastball in too close to Miguel Olivo.
You've had the coffee here tonight. How is it?
Very good.
It's Starbucks coffee?
That it is.
They used to have different coffee here, didn't they?
The Starbucks own the, well, we don't have our technician here now. The pitch. Swing and a foul. The company that used to be here, I think Starbucks owns them now.
Do they really?
Or one of their competitors, they bought up the company.
They've got a Starbucks here on every corner, it seems like.
They do. Olivo is 1 for 3. 1-1 the count. Grady leads at first. The pitch by Taylor. Right down the middle. Strike ball.
Into the Wells Fargo Bank today. We got one in there.
They do.
In the Wells Fargo Bank building. I was in the Key Bank building here working out. They've got one in the lobby there also. You don't have to go far. There's a cup of coffee in this town.
The 1-2 pitch. It's a tap just up the third base line. Wilson, the catcher's all over it. Throws out his counterpart. That was a nice play.
Just got him.
With Grady advancing to second. 2 outs. Olivo is out 2-3. Roberto Alomar is stepping in the batter's box for the first time tonight. He's 1 for 4. 26 hits and 87 at bats since joining the White Sox, hitting .299. Grady leads away from second base. The White Sox headed forward. So 49 runs on 3. A shot outside a ball. Everett and Canerco hit home runs in a 4-run first. 3 more runs in the second, and a solo blast by Lee in the fourth. 8-0 White Sox out hitting Seattle 9-4. The pitch popped him up. That's a good for the White Sox after the 8th inning. Shortstop Ray Sanchez in on the grass makes the catch. So one former teammate pops out to another. Alomar to Sanchez while they were with the Mets. The White Sox are stranded 5. On to the bottom of the 8th in Seattle with the Sox leading 8-0. Archuleta moves along, giving up 4 hits tonight. There's a ball just outside. First 2 pitches could have been called strikes. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. That was beginning to wonder.
You see Ken Harrelson's hair?
I saw it. It's different.
Shaved his head.
The 2-1. Just outside. Has Wally Bell and the Drells done the tighten up on the strike zone?
He has here on those pitches anyway. Very close.
Very close, but they're going to Cameron for a 3-1 count. Cameron winning Wilson. Blomquist will bat if somebody gets on. The 3-1 pitch. Cameron hits a high fly ball toward Aaron Rowan in right center. Rowan says he'll take it. He does. 1 out. Randy Wynn has a fly out to left field and a called third strike. With the new night on. Cincinnati took care of San Francisco 5-3. St. Louis 1-8-2 at the Mets. Atlanta over the Dodgers 2-0, and Houston beat Florida 2-1. Swing and a miss. A split finger pitch for strike 3 to win.
That's his 8th.
And the Cubs won the extra innings today 4-3 over Arizona. There's your ATA scoreboard.
See how the Cubs are doing in that Central Division. 10 losses over there with them now. The Cubs with the win today are 55 and 53. And starting action today, they were 3.5 behind Houston. And Houston won, so they're still 3.5 behind the Stros. Cardinals are in between the Cubs and Astros at 56-52 going into action tonight.
Dan Wilson is the batter, taking ball 1 low.
And the Cards beat the Mets.
8-0 White Sox here, and a ground ball left side under Creedy's glove as Joe gave it a diving effort toward the hole at short. Wilson has his second single tonight.
Yeah, that one actually was a single.
Only one runner has reached third base tonight for Seattle. That was Ray Sanchez moving up on a double play ball by Edgar Martinez in the 7th inning.
I think Dan Wilson does a marvelous job behind home plate, too.
Willie Bloomquist has grounded out and has been called out on strikes. Strikes 0 for 2. Bottom of the 8th inning, 2 down, 1 on. The pitch by Cologne. Bloomquist swings and misses a slider.
He was laying in the weeds for that heater, wasn't it?
He was. We invite you to tune in to the Fifth Third Bank Chicago White Sox postgame show with Dave Wills, presented by Fifth Third Bank with 120 Chicagoland locations and growing. Cologne's next pitch, Bloomquist takes a breaking ball low. The White Sox are trying to beat the Mariners for only the second time in 7 games for 2003. The pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle. That cuts the plate. 92 miles an hour on the gun reading, so Cologne still has some zip on the fastball. 1-2. I'll lead it first for Dan Wilson. Konerko plays behind him. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's over second. Played by Valentine. Strong throw is high, and it's an infield hit for Willie Bloomquist. Nice catch by Konerko.
That extra bounce and that overspin on it. The skin part of this infield's hard. The grass part's soft. That bounce actually betrayed Valentine. Skipped high, and it skipped towards right center rather than right to him.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on ESPN Radio and the White Sox Radio Network. John Rooney, Brian Lerner is our engineer with Jason Johnson and Chris Collins working the late show tonight from the Chicago studio. With 2 on, 2 outs, the pitch. Strike 1 right down the middle of the knees. Mabry is in his second tour of duty with these Mariners. The former Cardinal. We saw him in Oakland. From the stretch, here's Cologne's next offering, inside and low. Mabry came up with the Cardinals in 1994. Then to Seattle in 99, San Diego in 2000, St. Louis and Florida in 2001, the Phillies in Oakland last year, and back with the M's. The 1-1 pitch. Stroked over the second baseman. Alomar into right center. That's a hit. That's going to break up the shutout. The throw goes into second base. On to third, Willie Bloomquist. And Dan Wilson scores on the single by John Mabry.
Don't know what that was. It didn't have a lot on it. Mabry did miss a stitch on it. White Sox phone should be ringing in that bullpen. And I'm not saying that Cologne's finished, anything like that. But now you're going to try and protect him. He's pitched 7 2/3 innings of great baseball. You don't want him to get burned with 2 or 3 runs here in the 8th inning. Plus, you get him out of there maybe in the 9th, get somebody some work in the bullpen, and maybe save him for his next start.
Here's Ray Sanchez. He's single leading off the 7th. First pitch swing. He fouls it off to the left, and nobody's warming in the bullpen.
The reason I say that, if the Sox are in this pennant race and they win tonight, they are, because they're even with Kansas City. Run them strong in September.
And this was August 1. The White Sox lead has been cut to 8-1. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. The pitch. Sanchez hits a ground ball to the first baseman. Konerko has it, flips to Cologne to get the out.
Nice play.
1 run on 3 hits after 2 down. 2 left on, 4 have been stranded. And we're going to the 9th in Seattle with the White Sox leading the Mariners 8-1. Ball 1 high. Carlos Lee leading off. Brian Daubach is going to be batting for Thomas. And Willie Harris will hit third.
So the outfield might let this Mabry win Bloomquist.
Swinging a foul by Lee. With Aaron Taylor pitching, he worked in the 8th and down the 9th.
And the infield first to third is Oliver Ugetto, Sanchez, Gordon.
Carlos Lee's had a nice night. Hit the ball hard, lining out to center the last time up. He hit the curve from Taylor for a strike.
And Billy Koch is warming in the bullpen left field.
Lee has a double, single, home run. 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. The White Sox lead 8-1 in the ninth. There's a broken back ground ball past the mound of the second baseman, who gets those charges and throws out lead. Gatto got it, did he? And here's to Brian Daubach. By Thomas tonight, with 0 for 3 with a base on ball, and still looking for 3 to 2 power. Only 1 hit on the short pitch. Will be hitting the number 6 spot. Like Cameron's spot, he was swinging and miss 0-2. In the bottom of the 9th inning, Ghetto, Edgar Martinez, and John Olerud are the scheduled batters. Now the pitch. Jack swing, the ball high. 1-2 on Daubach. Ryan's waiting patiently at the plate for Aaron Taylor with 1 out. The 1-2 pitch, high, 2-2. The White Sox beat Seattle on the 10th of May, 4-3, with Bartolo Colon doing the pitching. They beat Gil Mesh. The White Sox have lost to Seattle 9-2, 12-2, 5-1, a rain-shortened game on the 4th of May at U.S. Cellular Field a Sunday night. There's a ball 0-3-2 on Daubach after he was in the hole 0-2. They lost here on the 9th of May, 6-3. Ryan Franklin beat Dan Wright, and that's our matchup tomorrow night. Then Moyer beat Burley, a 7-2 game on the 11th. A foul ball back to the screen by Daubach. Oakland bats, bottom of the 8th inning. The Yankees lead 2-1 at the Coliseum. That game, this game, the only 2 going on in Major League Baseball right now. Nodding yes to the sign. Aaron Taylor works out of the high set. Here's a high pop-up. It's foul on the right side. Chased by Wilson, the catcher, and he runs out of room. There'll be a scramble for that souvenir. A lot of fans going home with the White Sox leading 8-1 here in the top of the 9th inning. The Mariners put together some hits after 2 down, batting in the bottom of the 8th. The White Sox about hit them 9-7. So a run on 7 hits tonight for Bartolo Colon with the first 8. The pitch. Ball 4 outside. Nice appearance for Brian Daubach. He was in the hole 0-2 and worked a walk. 2 walks have been allowed by Taylor. That's 5 walks for Seattle pitching tonight. Willie Harris steps up for the first time, batting 191. 21 hits through 110 at bats with 12 runs scored. A double, a triple, 3 runs batted in. On base percentage of a lowly .233, a ball high and outside. The White Sox go on to win this one, and the Yankees win their game. They're leading 2-1 at Oakland in the 8th. Here's a ball ripped down the right field line. Fair. The ball goes to the corner. Harris is off to the races. Daubach will make third on the double by Willie Harris.
That was a rocket.
Second and third, 1 out. But if the Yankees go on to win, the White Sox win, they'll have 32 victories since the 7th of June. The Red Sox lost, so they're 30-19. The White Sox will be 32-17. The Yankees 32-15.
Red Sox lost by the same score the Yankees laid Oakland, 2-1.
Kansas City lost since the 7th of June. The Royals are 29-21. And the A's will be 28-22. The Mariners pinch in at the corner, play back up the middle of the infield with one out. Paul Konerko, or I should say Aaron Rowan batting and taking strike one. Paul Konerko's in the on-deck area. Rowan is up for the first time tonight. He's hitting .270. And a drastic improvement for Aaron after going to the minor leagues and making some adjustments to his batting. He swings and misses a good curveball from Taylor. 0-2. .270 average, 33 hits, including 4 home runs and 17 runs batted in. He's trying to hit a fly ball to knock a run in here. He has opened his stance considerably. Taylor steps off the rubber. He wants Wilson to go through the signs one more time. 16 home runs in the last 4 games for the White Sox. And Rowan hits it hard. Fair. Inside the third base line. Down the left field line it goes. Daubach and Harris score on the 2-run single by Aaron Rowlands. That ball hit the sidewall and caromed the left fielder Willie Bloomquist. That's why Rowan couldn't make second base.
It was hit so hard, a fan went to get it and was late.
The White Sox pick up 2 more runs. They have 11 hits and 10 runs. Two runs in, 1 out. A mound visit for Taylor.
For Brian Price, the pitching coach, and it was a hanging breaking ball to Aaron Rowan. Bell, the home plate umpire, has gone to the mound, and he's in that conversation with Taylor. I haven't figured this one out yet, but coaches always wear watches. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about stopwatches. I'm talking about regular watches.
Wristwatches.
Yeah. Well, what's the deal? So when I first signed, they had the coaches' uniform pants had a pocket in the front, just under the belt, and put their pocket watch in it.
Konerko has 1 hit and 4 at-bats, a home run tonight, and he swings through a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1 on Paul with Rowan to first base, 1 down. The White Sox have scored 42 runs on this road trip. And they're trying to make it 4 in a row on the trip, 5 wins in a row overall. The pitch. A line drive into right center, a base hit. Aaron Rowan takes the turn. He'll make third base with no problem. Randy Wynn, the center fielder, goes on 1 hop into second base. 3 hits in a row for the White Sox. A walk, double, 2-run single, and then a base hit by Paul Konerko. 4 hits tonight. It just dropped. He overran it.
He's lost a lot of weight, Pat Borders has.
Borders went running in, and the ball went about 15 feet over his head. And then rolled back to him. The pitch, pop foul, backing out of play. That should have been an out for Aaron Taylor.
Yes, it should have.
And no error has been ruled.
That's 2 of those tonight. 1 for the Sox, and now this one for the Mariners. The one for the Sox, couldn't see it. Twilight. And it went for a hit for Wilson.
Here's a ball tapped up the middle infield. Fielded by the shortstop Sanchez. He throws out Valentine. The run scores. Rowan crosses on the ground out with Konerko taking second. The White Sox lead 11-1 over Seattle with 2 outs in the ninth.
And that's run batted in number 47.
Even though Valentine's 0 for 5, he did drive in a 9th inning run. Joe Creedy, single, a run scored, a walk, 2 strikeouts, 1 for 3 officially. Joe just can't seem to get out of the 230s. Hitting 234 with this plate appearance and ball 1 outside to him. And he'll slump into the 220s and then get some hits as he has on the road trip. Get the average up to 235, and he has dropped off a point since he had his first inning single and run scored. Pitch, a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. 11 homers and 44 runs batted in for the Missouri native. Canerco leads away from second. The pitch. Brady takes a strike. 2-1. The Mariners will bat Ghetto, Martinez, and Olerud in the ninth inning. Aaron Taylor from the high set. The right-hander's pitch. Strike called inside corner.
A lot of people have left. 39,337 was the attendance, and they're now, the ones that stayed are now reading newspapers.
They're reading the early morning the local paper. The pitch. Brady reaches and pokes it into right center field. That's a hit. Canerco comes around third, and he jogs in with the White Sox 12 runs tonight.
13 hits for the Sox also.
Earned runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, a strikeout, 2 homers, and a wild pitch for him. Bartolo Colon, 8 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run. Colon didn't walk anybody tonight, struck out 8. The pitch, Alomar fouls it off to the upper deck. Billy Koch has thrown a whole ballgame out there in the bullpen, warming up in the top of the ninth inning. The White Sox have batted around. Leading 12-1. The pitch by Taylor, high and outside, 3-2. Brady and Olivo, runners at second and first base, will be running on the pitch. Carlos Lee tried to swing with a ground out. He's swinging the bat in the on deck area now. Four in the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth in Seattle with the Sox leading the Mariners 12-1. Luis Ghetto leads off the bottom of the ninth inning, and the White Sox are ahead by 11. Colon 8 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. Here's Ghetto. He's 0 for 3 at the big league level. A run batted in this season. He takes strike 1 from Koch.
We'll give you the pitch count from Bartolo as soon as we get there.
Edgar Martinez. He was the most used example where the Seattle Mariners rely on his hitting as the DH, and he doesn't have a position. But if you don't get the home field advantage for the 4 games, then that's potentially 4 games he'd have to sit on the bench. Stumbling it short, Valentin gets up after fielding a ground ball and throws out the slow Edgar Martinez.
Valentin's lucky he didn't get hurt.
He slipped out there, was spinning his wheels, but appears to be all right. 2 ground ball outs. But the American League has home field advantage for the first 2 and last 2 of the World Series if it is a 7-game series. John Olerud has grounded into a double play. He's been called out on strikes and is fouled out 0 for 3. The Mariners are down to their last out. The pitch. Strike called. One more out. The White Sox have erased the Royals' lead in the division. Here's a swing and a foul. Goes out of play down the left field line, and the Mariners are down to their last strike. The Royals lost to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays 9-6. The White Sox lead here in Seattle 12-1.
Sox will have one more win than the Royals, and the Royals will have, or I should say, one more loss than the Royals.
Here's a fastball that could have been called strike 3. Close call goes to Olerud.
Royals now have 50 losses. Sox have 51. White Sox will have 58 wins. And the Royals have 57.
Here's a breaking ball inside the feet of John Olerud, 2-2. And for Seattle, this will break a 3-game winning streak for the Mariners. They'll drop to 66 and 43. And Oakland and New York stand tied in the ninth inning. The pitch. A little bit low ball, 3-2. If Oakland can win, the A's will be 3 games behind Seattle. New York bats in the top of the ninth of a 2-2 game at Network Associates Coliseum. The White Sox lead here 12-1. 3-2 on Olerud. Koch's pitch. Olerud pops it up. It's in foul territory. Creedy is chasing it, and the ball goes into the stand. If Olerud gets on base, Pat Borders waits the bat. For the American League wild card, Boston lost today. That's a 63-45 record. Oakland win. There'll be a half game out for the wild card. Here's a hot shot base hit to right field for Olerud. 2-out single. That's the 8th hit for the Mariners. Well, the White Sox will be in a virtual tie with the Royals for the lead. They'll be 5.5 out from the wild card. There's Pat Borders. He swings at the ground to third. Creedy has it. Throws across for a White Sox winner. No runs, a hit. One left. 5 have been stranded tonight. A 2-hour, 51-minute game goes to the White Sox by a final score of 12-1 over Seattle. Ed Farmer and I will be back to talk about it on the keys to the game coming right up on ESPN. A White Sox winner tonight in Seattle, and the White Sox have won 5 in a row, improving the record to 58-51. As I told you, we're right back here tomorrow night. We hope you'll join us. Brian Learned has been our engineer here in Seattle. Thanks to Jason Johnson and Chris Collins. Fred Farmer, I'm John Rooney saying goodnight from Safeco Field in Seattle. Good night from the great Northwest. And Dave Wills has the post game coming up on this Saturday morning on ESPN Radio on the White Sox Network.